Looking for a new game to unwind to?
Well, you're in luck. In today's video, I'll be explaining why Tropical Resort Story
It's one of the best games that you have never heard of. This title boasts near flawless user reviews and was regarded by fans as one of the best in its class. Let's unpack exactly what makes Tropical Resort Story one of the best simulation games and why you should check it out.
Hey, I'm Bao, and lately I've been feeling a bit boxed in and in need of breaking out to a vacation. Much better. You wouldn't believe how hard it is to review video games in there. I would always get the yellow video cable mixed up with the red and white audio cable.
Tropical Resort Story scoots you away to your ultimate vacation fantasy, with you being the very own manager of the resort. Let's pack our bags as we check in, wow it's Bao, that's me, into Bao's Isle Delfino to get this holiday started. You actually get to pick between 3 island maps, with the latter being unlocked after completing a playthrough. But I wouldn't want to pick anything other than the southern island to reflect my Australian lineage. If you cut me, I would bleed Bunnings sausages with ketchup and Barbie grilled onions. Just be careful not to slip on the onions I bled onto the aisle floor. Oh dear God! Marina Fisher is our designated assistant, and whoa, hold it right there. It's nothing special right now.
How dare you say that about Bao's Isle Delfino?
We have a singular bench and a trash and recycling bin. These are the finest amenities available. Even most train stations don't have this level of professionalism with their bin installations available. But Marina is right on the money. We are going to work towards making this the most amazing resort in the world. To do this, we'll initially build cottages to attract new visitors to the isle in the south. Wow it's Bao has been assigned to the job of constructing the first cottage. My days of playing travel games on trains non-stop have been all leading to this. You can count on me.
This is actually a really crazy coincidental callback for me because I initially found Kairosoft by playing their games on my iPod Touch on long train and bus rides with no internet reception. This is a canon event for early mobile phone users.
Is this character actually the real Wow it's Bao? I'm not locked in here with you, you're locked in here with me. Well, there's no time to dilly-dally, Bao. Let's get constructing that cabin pronto. There's no time to waste with these eager customers waiting. Okay, well, even in this game, I also have no sense of direction. I'm gonna need a replay of that. On that extremely long-winded way to the cabin, not only did I take out my binoculars to get a glimpse of the fantastic sea sights, but I also had time to whip out my camera and photograph the local crabs.
Finally! Never have I been so excited to discover I have crabs.
Bro's using Apple Maps. Finally, Bao arrives at the cabin to complete the first resident home, and Marina praises how the construction went without a hitch. Yes, that's absolutely correct. I didn't waste any time constructing this building. No, not at all. Just make sure the guests clean off any sand before entering your spotless new cottage. You wouldn't want that irritating coarse material getting everywhere. With new vacant rooms available, you are able to begin landscaping your vision of the perfect getaway island, all the way to planning every single amenity and building offered to your guests. This, in a nutshell, or should I say, a coconut shell, is a basic glimpse of the gameplay of this title. You will continually unlock and add in new facilities to attract new visitors to your island and spend money. A nice feature of the cabin completion is that it plays a brief animation when constructed, indicating what's surrounding it is providing a benefit to its value. Hold on a second, was that what I think it is? Enhance! It sure is. I didn't realize I placed this subscription button so close to my cabin construction area. Make sure to click that if you enjoy to support the foundation of my channel. I appreciate the support greatly. Meanwhile, on Bao's Isle Delfino, all the island construction you perform won't just help make the island look aesthetically pleasing. The placement of the facilities and environmental tiles directly benefit the rooms the customers stay in. Facilities even have their own subcategories, being sightseeing, attractions, and dining. Certain customers will prefer specific subtypes, so you'll have to plan out accordingly how your buildings are arranged when these guests visit. All your facilities also have an appeal rating impacted by the surrounding environmental tiles and compatibility combinations. That's a good facility right there, homie. It's a good one. All of these extra factors incorporated into the buildings help give the game a stronger sense of strategy required when designing your layout, which is a nice bonus. And well, what do we have here? Would you just look at what one of our first ever residents was attracted to check out immediately after arriving at the island. Tranquil, tranquil indeed.
Finally, inner peace.
Did you hear that, Marina? Sometimes it's nice to take in the little things on the bench. It's okay, Bow's Isle Delfino. I always loved you from the start for who you really are, not your fancy schmancy newer upgrades like Marina does. One of the primary objectives of progressing through the game is to attract brand new customer types to your island. One of the main ways to accomplish this is to fulfill customers' lifelong dream goals that they have been aspiring to tick off their life to-do list. This isn't just a dream resort stay for our customers, no, we also make their dreams come true. Just check out what our aspiring university student has been desiring to tick off their goal list. I want to put on my swimwear and go swimming? What's going on here?
I don't even know where to begin with this one. Is the putting on the swimwear a part of the goal? Did that even need to be stated? Are you okay, buddy? Has everything been going alright recently?
This will be the hardest exam this student will ever have to do. Get changed in a public locker room. I was expecting more of the goals to be along the lines of this fellow female university college student who aspires to sip iced coffee while looking out at the ocean. But we can't judge our male student friend. He's a simple man with simple goals. But he's also a remarkably good swimmer for someone putting on their swimwear and swimming in the ocean for the first time. But then to my surprise, after he hits his goal, they give you an entire tree as a donation to say thanks for helping him put on swimwear. Okay, I think this guy is doing more than okay if he's gifting trees to businesses while studying at uni. Either that or he's either YouTube clickbait farming.
I planted 1,000 trees on islands across the world!
Just who exactly is this mysterious tree man? Alongside the tree man, you'll meet plenty of other characters with all kinds of professions as you expand your island. The game showcases all of them within the Visitor Info tab and even shows silhouettes and hints on how to unlock new, undiscovered guest types. One thing that this game does really well is naturally shove you in the right direction on how to unlock new game features and progress throughout the game. A lot of games similar to this have you practically guessing or heavily rely on the game's wiki to uncover how to unlock the next primary game features, so this is a very welcome addition. One of my favorite customer types are intrigued with spotting blowfish and will visit the island once blowfish are natively swimming in the ocean. Oh, what's their profession title? Yeah, they're just called a brat. Their entire profession and occupation summary, just a brat. I don't know why I found this so funny, but I'm glad I was able to make their dream come true by spotting a blowfish in the ocean. Another way to attract new clientele is by fulfilling business consultations that are proposed by interested clients. I just received a request for a swimwear store to be constructed at the island. Well, my dear friend, have I got news for your business prospects. The swimwear market here is booming thanks to our university friend who will forever know as the Tree Man. To really wow the business partner, you will invite them to participate in using your facilities, so make sure to line up only the finest activities for them to experience. Yes, I'm close to sealing the deal here. It's time to unleash my secret weapon, the water fountain. And they love it. It's a done deal. There will also be guests that want to be impressed by the complete package of the island, requiring you to house them and impress them with all the facilities nearby. This game feature in particular is where all the building subcategories really come into play. You want to house your guest in a cottage that has nearby access to facilities they enjoy. I invited the baseball kid here who enjoys restaurant facilities, but the only thing that was close enough to his house was the water fountain, so he ended up just using it twice and calling it a day. But by some miracle, he claims he was impressed with his stay, saying, "Both me and my stomach are very satisfied right now. I'll be coming here next time I get hungry for sure."
Yeah, just one question. What the fuck?
Bro is a camel. He literally just drank water the whole time and got full, and was happy with it. By far, one of my favorite VIP clients here on extremely important business is the Hermit Crab. Excellent. Just when I thought this game couldn't get any better. The Hermit Crab is looking to relocate into a new house. That's just so Pete.
Gotta be careful trying to get this guy out of his shell though. He's a real hermit.
I love that they move at the pace of a snail and just leisurely cruise across the beaches. I guess hermit crabs just want a place to comfortably retire and settle down into as well. Maybe we're not so different from the crabs after all. But this fella was one tricky one to crack, so I had to craft the perfect house for him named the Krusty Krab with the most scenic facilities available at its doorstep. And yet he still would just wander around and go for walks on the beach, completely ignoring all the sightseeing facilities. A man's got a lot on his mind. The crab divorce really changed Mr. Hermit. I heard she took all his pearls. But it looks like that long walk seemed to do the trick. And well, hold on, wait a second here. I think living in a place like this will really get me out of my shell.
That crab just made the same pun as me.
When the time comes around to expand your hands on deck, you can build new staff buildings to enable you to hire new workers. It's time to welcome ashore Sean Current. It's time to put my extravagant hat collection to use and give him a fresh snapback, which is so large it covers half his face. Hey, don't judge him. Maybe he has fair skin and it helps protect more of his face while working on the beach.
No, I don't see anything wrong with this. In fact, I don't see anything at all.
You'll unlock more hat types as you progress through ranking up the customer groups, and well, some of the hats are very artistic. What are they even thinking? A banana for a hat? A banana could never work for a hat, it would always just slip. The hard worker title assigned to Mr. Bao here isn't just for show either. Each staff member can have a working trait which offers unique buffs. You are able to manage your staff fleet from the info tab in the menus. Here you can customize your staff members' appearance, give them items to buff up their stats, rename them, and even dismiss them. It's with a heavy heart today that I have called you into this meeting, Mr. Wowitzbow, to discuss your self-titled hard worker traits. We have been reviewing the surveillance footage and discovered you are taking disturbingly long routes to the construction site. It's time we say goodbye. You cannot dismiss your first employee. You're hired, you're fired, you're hired. You'll need to put your staff fleet to good use as there are yearly competitions held for ranking your island. These factor in a whole variety of results ranging from your highest ranking facility to the amount of wildlife present. The main way to progress is through achieving stamp rewards, which will lead you to ranking up to unlock major upgrades. The stamp system is a great improvement over previous games. Rather than just one set list of requirements to rank up, Tropical Resort Story allows you to collect stamps over multiple task lists. This allows you to select what to aim for when you rank up and play it in your own playstyle, rather than hitting only a specific set of requirements every time. As you notice your island becoming a tad cramped, you'll notice a new exciting product from the pumpkin salesman to buy an entire island to expand your resort. This pumpkin salesman is just full of surprises. I mean, how does this guy just have spare islands lying around to sell? I guess his business, Pumpkin Products, really took off since the early startup days in game dev story. Purchasing the new islands is a fantastic way to expand your new resort. It's fun to work with the terrain provided, and you can connect them with bridges to make each of the places accessible by resident.
The game also really shines when you start to unlock new islands as you get access to tools to terraform the land. You can terraform the sea and land tiles in any way you desire, allowing you to connect and bridge up islands in very unique ways.
Building combinations also return in this game with enhanced features with some really great additions. Typically, building combinations provide benefits by placing two types of facilities within a close proximity of each other. In this title, you can actually see what buildings are compatible in combos on the map when choosing to place your new building type. This is a great addition to help assist with making the building combinations not just be a complete random guessing game and having to waste so much money relocating facilities after not knowing that a cafe is compatible with a cafe. It's 2025. People just love one cafe being one doorstep away from the other. Skill issue, I guess. I should have known. There's also a brand new combo type called the link combo. When facilities that are nearby to each other have a link combination active, your customers will likely visit the second facility after the first, causing a chain spending spree. Let's move on to the unique quirks of the title. Tropical Resort Story has by far one of the best features in any Kairosoft title I've ever played, and I would dare say it's one of the reasons the game is so enjoyable. As you play through the title, you will gain access to placing certain environmental tiles that have unique benefits to the environment. A thrilled customer just gave us a sea anemone. Let's go ahead and place it in this free spot in the ocean right here. Looks fantastic, and wow, please someone call Marlin. I have found Nemo. This is one of Tropical Resort Story's unique gameplay features. Placing newly discovered special environmental tiles will attract new wildlife to your island, which provide various benefits. And would you look at that, we even attracted a brand new customer type that will now visit the island with our clownfish discovery. A cook? Oh no, go back into hiding, Nemo. It's not safe out here. All of your creature discoveries are presented in the handy wildlife guide, which can be accessed from the menu. It provides details on how to unlock higher amounts of discovered species and a fun fact about them on their page. My favorite detail included in this section is the silhouette-like teaser page for your animals that you are yet to discover. Similar to the visitor info tab that I mentioned earlier, these animal silhouettes are very reminiscent of the Guess the Pokemon segments from the anime. Who's that Pokemon?
It's Pikachu!
It's Quillfish!
It's Blowfish!
A great new quirk of this title is the ability to send off your favorite staff member to go fishing to lure in some new wildlife inhabitants. This is a fantastic feature, and I really like how much detail there is built into catching new types of animals to discover. It shows this pop-up menu here, which you have the option to shrink if you'd prefer it not to block your screen. These extra quality of life features are really great addition. The best aspect of the fishing is that when you catch a new animal, you can actually release them into your island waters, which enables them to now spawn in your island tides and add extra wildlife. This is a great new game feature which incorporates into the gameplay very naturally, which makes the whole experience of fishing up and unlocking all the hidden animals a blast to uncover. Tra-la-la.
I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
Tralaleo tralala. Another quirk of this title are hyped customers. These are similar to Auras in previous games, but I love the extra effort to make this fan favorite feature varied and unique in this title. Hype alert. We have a hype beast approaching the island. Well, if it isn't the tree man himself.
Here comes a new challenger!
He's so hyped up that he's practically running to the stores to spend his money. I do love the running animation, I'm a big fan of it. It's a great touch. These stores better prepare themselves. This man is here to buy their entire stock of tree sapling. Dear God, he's so hyped up that he's hyping himself up on the beach lounging chair. The hype lounge? The hype doesn't stop with the visitors, as your facilities can also have these popularity streaks which provide a similar effect. The details in this game are what really elevate it to be one of the best in the simulation game catalog. One of my favorite details is how your guests will unlock certain movement animations and cosmetic items after you install a new shop facility offering a new product. For example, the surfboard shop and the float shop. After installing these for the first time, your residents will now happily surf in the waves and float using their new tubes. It's a great addition that gives the buildings a lot more purpose other than the customers to spend money at. Alongside all the wildlife, it enhances the entire atmosphere of the game theme. Let me quickly chime in on the soundtrack here, and the music and sound design of this game is really solid. The tunes are catchy and not too repetitive. You can expect an array of tropical tunes to accompany your island managing adventures, but I just wish there were a couple more songs in this game, as the tropical sound font is really spot on and it would be nice to hear them shine in more songs as you play. Moving on to what could be improved, and I'll be honest, I'm hard pressed to find any negatives or downsides to this game. Typically with simulation games and Kairosoft games, I find the progression curve can either be too fast or difficult with no in between. But thankfully, Tropical Resort Story doesn't have this issue. The gameplay flow is extremely smooth. You always have actions to perform, from upgrading your accommodation renovations, expanding to new islands, and fishing to uncover new wildlife to add to your resort. Even with the vast array of objectives to accomplish, you can also choose to sit back and enjoy watching the gameplay and have the game play on a much slower state if that's your preference, thanks to the stamp collecting. This balance is usually rare to find in these kinds of games and provides multiple methods of playing the game, either blitzing through finding all the optimal building layouts, or relaxing and taking your time to gradually expand at your own rate. Biggest issue lies within the text pop-ups interrupting the gameplay. Thankfully, newer titles don't actually do this anymore, but it would be nice if these are presented in some kind of menu rather than pausing the gameplay. The only real downside of this game that I could dig up was that the residents are a bit limited in this game and don't have as much daily tasks and quotes. You'll often find them doing similar things. A way to improve this would be to allow more insight into your residents with more dialogue and routines in their everyday life. A simple improvement could be implementing a mechanic from Dreamtown Island, with them being able to form relationships, grow old, and even start families. It would also be a nice bonus if the residents had specific dialogue and interactions with the new fish and wildlife as they are unlocked. As an example, similar to how the surfboard shops enable your NPCs to buy new boards to surf in, it would be great if they could dive down to observe new animals like the seaweed dragon once they appear and say unique things or interact with them. This would particularly help at the end of the game just be a little bit more randomized and diverse, instead of seeing the same thing over and over towards the end. With potential improvements out of the way, I'd be remiss to not point out what I think is the best feature of the game and why I believe this is one of the best simulation games in its class. I believe the answer to today's video of what makes this game stand out so much lies within the wildlife interactions in the game. Having a completionist goal to uncover a variety of animals is already a great gameplay addition, but the thing that really elevates this aspect is how all the animals roam and interact with the world map. It's so rewarding seeing all of the new schools of clownfish and the blowfish as you add in more of their tiles to the environment. One of my favorites is the crabs that roam the map, getting children crabs to follow them around after you perform the beach cleanup events from the pumpkin product shop. It's an extremely subtle reward, which gradually fills up your map with more wildlife as you progressively expand your resort at the same time, which really elevates it to a new experience. Being able to physically see your map expand with buildings, new residents, and animals is a real visual treat. It makes each day full of countless interactions. This visual progress makes the map feel extremely alive, populated with customers and staff living their lives with new animals, which is the best reward possible. Well, would you look at that? It's almost checkout time for my stay at Bow's Isle Delfino, so let's pack up all my thoughts for this game and put out my review. Tropical Resort Story is a phenomenal simulation game with engaging mechanics and continually rewarding gameplay. There is always a host of things to manage on a day-to-day basis. You will collect stamps to rank up, go fishing to uncover new wildlife, rearrange buildings for optimal positioning combinations, and invite new residents to visit your island. The layout management incorporates strategy, with the buildings having their own unique positioning specific stats, allowing you to experiment with varied layouts. The star mechanic of the game is the Wildlife Compendium. Completing certain tasks will allow you to discover new animals which will roam on the islands with your residents. The animals are a fantastic visual reward that continually expand alongside your facilities, helping the resort thrive with new life. The more you put into this game and progress, the more the resort is visually bustling with nature and wild animals. It's so easy to get immersed in watching your visitors live out each day right next to the animal wildlife, doing activities using the buildings you progressively unlock. Tropical Resort Story makes a splash with an unforgettable 10 out of 10 rating. Tropical Resort Story is an extremely polished and expansive experience which makes for an addictively replayable simulation game. It is essentially a perfect refined version of Kairosoft's earliest layout management games, such as Hot Springs Story and Venture Towns. This title expands and refines these earlier games with new features, more streamlined gameplay, and a massive variety of features to tackle on a day-to-day basis to keep you reeled in and hooked. It's fascinating to see just how much these games have evolved. Seeing how much your resort physically expands over time really makes this game shine with charm.
And so these are the exact reasons why I agree that Tropical Resort Story deserves its praise as a fan favorite simulation title.
But what do you think about the game? Is this a title that you would like to play? Be sure to let me know in the comments below what you think about this game, and comment "Bow's Island is my land" to let me know that you watched the entire video. Thanks for watching all the way through, and I appreciate the support. I'm excited to share my next upcoming videos, so make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.